Well, howdy, bidding. Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. It is, well, it's not cold. I went out like this with just the t-shirt on, and I'm good. So today apparently is a one t-shirt day. Thumbs up for that. So hopefully you had a good night. No matter when your night was. I'm kind of on the tail end of a day where I am on the Pacific Northwest. So everybody else has had a day and mine's just starting. Anyway, though, friendly in the videos, hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that'd be double plus good. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be very cool. And I'm not able to edit here yet today. I'm going to talk about why, so I can't show my Patreon patrons up here on screen yet. I am so very sorry. If you would still like to help me survive and become a patron, I do have links in my video description to the Patreon, as well as a link to a PayPal for possible donations, an Amazon wishlist link that I still need to update. So thumbs up, thank you, and front loading a video is over. And hey, first off, I want to thank absolutely everybody that has been helping me out through my latest crises, with my desktop computer being down, with my trying to fix it, and, well, upgrade it, and just messing it up entirely. I mean, thank you, Michael / Big Fluffy Butt, or however the name is. I'm very sorry that I've forgotten it entirely. And thank you, Nexor and RJ Mitchell, and absolutely everybody. I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to call around town and find out how much, as an estimate how much it would cost to get my desktop thing fixed back up. And Nexor sent me $100 right off the bat to help get that done. So thank you. It is appreciated to no end. I mean, definitely, and thank you. And Nexor, you've talked about, how with your memory issues, you have to stop and rewatch parts of the videos. It's a-okay. Don't worry about memory issues. I understand. Our memory issues have a much different base. Yours is much more terrifying than mine. But I forget things as I say them. I forget things as I do them. I am not going to ever judge anybody for memory issues. I have even, to the point, let me see if I'm going to use this as an example. I have done things while standing here in this room where I've needed to use this, and then after I had used it, I need to put it down. And I just, without even thinking about it, forget about it entirely and then just drop it. And then don't even realize that I've dropped it, forget that I even had it in my hand, and then 5 minutes later, wonder where it is, and then I find it on the floor. I just drop stuff and forget about it as I'm dropping it. I am never going to blame anybody for memory issues, so thumbs up on that. Ugh. Checking my list, I don't have a lot on here. I am still exhausted. This and cellulitis in my leg is draining me so much more than I thought that it would. I mean, the first 10 days worth of antibiotics where I was trying to heal from it, I didn't really feel anything up here. I was still chugging along. This bout of antibiotics where it's just not shaking loose still, it's taking a lot of energy to fight this, and So last night, with my injuries from falling, and here's a real quick one. You can't really see it too well because of all the washed out, but you see how my palm looks dirty here? That's not dirt, that's a bruise. The entirety of my palm here is bruised, and my wrist is bruised when I came down whammo on that hand. The odd thing is, here, no bruise, just tore up. Down here at my elbow, oh, no bruise, just tore up. My knee, where I landed on it, no bruise, just tore up. Okay. So I think I did not land on my left leg at all when I hit, because I can find no scrapes, well, there isn't any bruising anywhere else on my body but right here after the fall, so I can't check for bruising. but I can't find any scrapes or abrasions on my left leg. So I think when I went whammo and then fell down here and was turning, because on my right knee where I hit, the damage is all on the outside of my knee. I had already been turning by the time my lower knee hit. And here on the side of the elbow is where I scraped as I was turning. So I think that as I was going around, my left leg never hit the ground. It just spun through the air as I whipped onto my back. My body is well versed in falling, apparently. Here's one thing, though, I'm going to talk about that I'm still proud about, even though it was like 40 some odd years ago. Back in the early 80s, when I first had an Amiga 500, well, an Amiga 1000 actually, a friend of mine in a different apartment complex across town also had an Amiga. I would go over to his house and we would talk and play games and do this, that, and the other about computer stuff. One night it was dark and I was walking through his apartment complex's parking lot. They have these concrete berms where when you bonk into them when you park, you know you got to stop. I walked right into one of them. Both feet. I pitched forward head first. There was no chance of my being able to catch myself because my feet were caught on that concrete. And I just dove forward head first. And I tucked my head. And I put out this arm. And then I put out this arm. And I hit on my shoulders. And I rolled. And as I rolled, my legs whipped up over my back. And my feet went whap, whap onto the ground. And I pushed off with my palms as that happened. And the momentum pulled me back up onto my feet. And then I just kept walking like nothing had happened. So through the parking lot, I just went woo with a somersault and then kept walking like I hadn't even done it. I have never been so suave or so smooth in my life since. That's a moment of pride. But yeah, I don't really have anything down here on my list because I am tired from the infection. I am still tired from now healing up with all of my various... This is nasty. I came down on this hand and this arm with no sleeve or anything, so I just came down kerpow on the road, and this is ripped up nasty. Thumbs up. So yeah, I tried to go for walkies last night. I was going to go for the full 6-mile round-trip walkies up to Walmart. I got to just past Safeway, and it felt like someone had taken an iron rod and rammed it into the side of my ankle all the way through. I stopped walking. Now, I used to swear like a sailor. Then I got married. My wife did not like it. I didn't stop entirely, but I cut it like 99%. Since I've been doing YouTube, because they demonetize swearing a whole lot, I've even been swearing less and less and less. I still swear outside of viewing, just not very often. And as you know, I don't swear very much when I'm making my videos here. But I was walking along, and it felt like that iron spike went through my ankle. I stopped walking immediately because it hurt, and I just went out loud, "Oh, fuck!" Oh, because I couldn't move, it hurt that much. So for a few moments, I tried just nursing my ankle to see how it was going to do, but that wasn't going to make a 6-mile round trip. So I turned around after saying, there is no law saying I have to be stupidly stubborn about this. And I went to Safeway, where everything is more expensive, but I purchased some stuff to drink, some stuff to eat, and I came home. Oh boy. Then I took a shower. So, yeah, which is the equivalent of taking a 6-mile walkies for me. Yeah, I was exhausted when I got finished. I could barely keep my eyes open. My body was just saying, look, No, we need to shut down now and do some healing. So I was in bed early for me. Oh, ding, my dual shock 4 disconnected. Yay. So yeah, I'm still not doing great. My ankle, when you look at it from my left leg from the right side, you being here looking at my leg, you can see how the ankle, maybe not the ankle, my whole leg now, it used to be just a solid round cylinder from knee to ankle because it was so swollen. Now from the knee it comes in a little, dips outward for the calf muscle, comes inward, and then swells out a bit for the ankle. It looks almost like a normal leg from the right side. Left side, and when you look at it from the top, I'm still swollen wide. But it is getting there. It's not as red, it's barely red. There's still a little bit of heat, but I only went in on Monday. It's only Friday. I'm only halfway through my antibiotics. But oh boy, that hurt like the devil last night. How does the devil hurt? Apparently the devil hurts like an iron rod going through your ankle. Thumbs up for that. So yeah, so because of my illness and trying to fight that off, because of my injuries and trying to heal from that with all the stressful stuff, I don't have a lot of creative stuff. I've been trying to think hard about all my creative things. I've been able to go through a lot of stuff. But even before this, I had been thinking again of, now that I've got a lot more of this set in stone, I do want to do a series of talking about the entire cosmic horror stuff and the setting here. I want to start with it has to be kind of in-depth, much more in-depth, probably much more boring than I would like it to be, because there's a full video that comes out that I can see that's just about the Umgada, the void, wherein all the multiverses start. Because if you take a look, if right now you take a look at the time frame and you look backward in time, the Umgada is a state of not ever changing. It is an infinite distance into the past. There is no end to time going backward, and there is no time when there was not an Umgada. Then there's when this event happens and energy starts pouring into the Umgada. From this point into the future, there is no end. There will always be a future where this is happening. Infinite timelines in both directions, with the change right in the middle. Now, what caused this change and what happened exactly, that I don't know. I am a 3+1 individual. Length, depth, breadth, and a time sense. Well, length, depth, breadth, height, all that, the three, this way, this way, this way. And then a time sense, which is part of space-time. I can't understand these things because, as I've mentioned, that reality clicks upward and downward, and that from here, our electromagnetic spectrum is the functional equivalent. Metaphorically, you take one click upward, and our entire electromagnetic spectrum is the equivalent of just the visible light spectrum of the next click up. And then if you go downward, same thing, it clicks downward, where our visible light spectrum is the functional equivalent of the next level downwards entire spectrum. But it is recursive and fractal, so nothing ever just layers out with nothing or just becomes so dense and fat as you go upward. No, it is fractal and recursive. There is no limit to how far it goes down. It is infinite. There is no limit to how far you go upward. It too is infinite. At the level of reality that we are at, when you are clicking downward, there is an infinite number going downward where the Umgada exists. It always exists in every reality, going downward for an infinite number of clicks downward. It only clicks upward about 100 and 150, and then it changes. It's not there anymore. What replaces it? Again, I don't know. I'm 3+1, and every time you click upward, your possible inputs more than double. It is exponential. Every time you add one more possibility of connections, you have so much more. That is why in our multiverse, there is the Ungaden, where we are. We exist in the cold and dark. There is the Ungare, closer to the singularity at the middle of the multiverse, one click upward from us. Then there is the Ungara, right around the singularity, hot and dense, 2 clicks up from us. What is it like? It is alien, strange, and bizarre. But relative to them, they're just us. So that's the way the whole reality clicks on that. Again, what started it? Who knows, this event. But before that, there was just the Ungara, the void. And the void is that. It is an atheistic, it is a theistic, it is a physical and metaphorical, well, philosophical void. We don't know that, I gotta check my time, we don't know if there actually can be nothing in our universe. There's always something. Even on a quantum level, there is something. You have virtual particles popping up out of existence all the time. There is the quantum foam. There is this action and activity throughout our universe. When you enter the Ungada, the void, all matter instantly evaporates into energy. And all energy is instantly collapsing to its lowest possible rest state. So all matter becomes energy, all energy collapses to its lowest possible rest state. When it's in its lowest possible rest state, nothing moves or happens. There is no more possibility. Time effectively stops as well, because time, as well as being, there's something where, we're moving through time, but time is also a record of change. And when there is no more change, there is no more time. These universes, when they pass anything physical, or anything passes into the Ungada, it ceases to exist. Nothing can interact with it anymore. And again, it is a physical void. Nothing is there. It can't be. Even if there was an entire universe of our size with only one quark in it, oh my God, that is so claustrophobic, no possible way that could be void. More than that, it is the theistic void, where if you look at the physical world, there is no such thing as nothing. Theists, when they speak of nothing, they mean even more. Nothing. Nothing. There is nothing. God spoke everything out of literal nothing. That is what they mean. It is that as well as being a philosophical void. There are no concepts that you can actually apply to the Ungada, because if you can use a concept, well, there's too much there. The Ungada is so nothing that if you can conceive it enough to put a concept to it, oh no, too claustrophobic. No. If you can put a label on it, because if you say, oh, there's nothing here, but nothing implies the existence of something, and oh, that is far too claustrophobic. There are no concepts, no labels, it's nothing. And one day, in this infinite nothing, there was something that happened, and a portal, an energy source arrived. And it poured out such energy that even as it was pouring out like fluid dynamics and instantly freezing and becoming nothing, so much of it was happening and pouring outward that it began to accumulate and push outward. So around the portal was this growing hot mass in the middle of a literal, physical, theistic, and philosophical nothing. And that's just the Cliff's Notes version of the very beginning. It is this that is the very foundation of all the cosmic horror, cosmological stuff, and then the whole cryptid and inside-outside Razor's Edge setting. And this is just, like I say, the Cliff's Notes about the Ungada, where we're not even at even where multiverses come from. So thumbs up for that. And of course, checking my time, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I count out of habit on this hand, but I'm not really counting per se. So thumbs up, thank you much. Let me scroll. The one thing I do like about Chrome on a Chromebook, Chrome on my desktop was so horrible. I used Firefox primarily. On the Microsoft Chromebook, Edge, which uses Chrome, it's not good. The Chromebook, it is snappy, responsive, and sharp. So that's the only time I can actually say I like Chrome is on the Chromebook. So yeah. We have Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up, thank you very, very much, and it is good to be alive. And I am glad to see that, too, that Turkey has approved your country's NATO application. Thumbs up. Damn straight. Very, very good. Boy, did Putin miscalculate. And we have It's Relit, thumbs up, thank you very, very much, and I'm going to talk more about festivals here, don't you worry. JAYY, here is hoping, thank you. Shinra, I'm going to try and play Genshin Impact on the PS4. Thing is, too, I did see a thing where if I get a good USB stick that I can format properly, you can record on your Xbox to a USB stick, so I can record Xbox stuff apparently. So here's thumbs up, and maybe I'll play it on that. We have Chris, thumbs up, and thank you. There's Dillard with DILL3RD, could even be Dill the third, but thank you very much. Blue Toad, thank you very much. All the kind wishes are greatly appreciated. It's always hard to see your name. Lumeria. I did not know the side dungeons were so big. I'll go into them a little bit for like experience, but I'm not going to try and fully map them out anymore. Hokey smokes, 40 minutes for one of them? Good Lord. And Christopher Kendrick, thank you very, very much. And I'm going to have to read about these. Scientists discover massive ocean beneath Earth's surface, so I'm going to check that out. There's Calamity God Gaming. Thank you very much and greatly appreciate it. I have to check into that. Nexor, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up. Thank you very, 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 very much. And I see that you have written some other things that I hadn't seen, but no fear. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up. Thank you so very, very much. RJ Mitchell, thumbs up and thank you again. Thank you so much for absolutely everything you've done. And here's hoping your album release continues to go well. There is Wub Frub, thumbs up and thank you. Larry from Space, greatly appreciated. And there we go. Everybody who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Greatly appreciated each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up and thank you all. Well, I'm not going to do any special editing for this today. I still feel just terrible. So I don't have a ton of energy to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of rudimentary editing on the Share Factory. I'm going to render this and I'm going to upload it. So thumbs up. Maybe tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be starting to recover from all this. It's been a great month. And of course, it's this month, last year, that I had to stop doing reactions on my reaction channel because of my almost having a stroke from my ADHD meds. So I've been trying to get things together enough up here that I can go and do reactions again. Yay! Hopefully my head will get together one day. That'd be good. So hopefully you can get done what you need to get done. But if you can't, don't beat yourself up. And until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. You know, you can do them both ways. And then one of the things I've liked, back when I was younger, when they had mannequins, you know, they always had their hands that were like this. One hand was always like this, and the other hand was always like this. I don't know if that just made it easier so they didn't have to cast individual fingers. But, you know, yay. So, yeah, you take care. I will see you on the flip side. And one day, I might actually edit out the very end of these. I mean, one day, it's a possibility. Likely?